Welcome back for Game 2 of a doubleheader between Chi Post and Greece Post. Greece with a 2-1 win in the first game. Alex Pisano doing the pitching for Chi. Wesley Strupp up at the plate. Trey Walker grounded out to start it. And Wesley Strupp, he strikes out looking for out number 2. All 3 runs combined in the game were scored during the first inning between both sides. Chi scored off a RBI ground out, and then Cam Barberline had a 2 RBI triple in the first inning that would now give Greece their 5th win in a row. It snapped an 8-game winning streak for Chi in the first game. They started 0-3 this year. They won their first 3 games of July, and they, of course, lost game 1 as Tyler Cannon hits one down the line. The count is 0-2. Lucas Careless and Jack Kelly went head-to-head on the mound in the first game. Both pitched the whole game as Careless went through 6 innings and Kelly had a 7-inning complete game win. One-two pitch from Spizzano will bounce in there for ball 2 to Cannon. Cannon was the go-ahead run during the first inning off that 2 RBI triple from Cam Barberline during game 1. Greece Post had a missed opportunity with Cannon up at the plate. Both teams ran into some outs later during game 1 as Cannon watches the count move full. Full count pitch from Spizzano's hit down the third baseline and fair as Tyler Cannon will pick up another hit. He is breaking for seconds as he will be up there with a stand-up double. So the inning will continue on now for the man with 2 RBIs in the first game, Cam Barberline. He's going to do the pitching here for Greece in game 2. Greece worked as the home team in the first game here at Churchville Chi. First pitch from Spizzano to Barberline. He'll tap it down the first baseline and foul. Cannon now with a hit in all 9 games this summer for Greece. He has 14 total this season. Stands in scoring position for Barberline. Clarkson Komet, part of that state title run with Mendon High School this year. Count is 1-1. 1-1 from Spizzano, misses down and away for ball 2. Spizzano, the Class B Player of the Year this year. He's a commit to Hobart College. The count is 3-1 for Barberline. Spizzano's 0-1 this year over 3 appearances. He's making his 2nd start of the year. 5.6 ERA through 5 innings pitched entering this start. It's a 3-1 pitch. Is hit up the middle. That's going to get through as Tyler Cannon. He's going to get the wave to the plate. It's 1-0. Cam Barberline has driven in all the runs in this doubleheader for Greece Post. So Barberline helps himself before he gets on the mound, as that's now going to lead up to Mason Davey. That was 8 RBIs on the season, as Davey will hit this one to the left side for the third baseman, Roney. He'll get it to first for out number 3, but Cam Barberline drives in another. It's 1-0, heading into the bottom of 1. Welcome back for the bottom of the first. Grease Post in front 1-0. Barberline has driven in all 3 runs in this doubleheader, and now he's going to do the pitching as Alex Spezzano, Marcus Roney, and Aaron Rena lead it off in the first. A 2-1 win in Game 1 for Grease. And now Cam Barberline will make his second start of the season with Grease Post. He pitched in the Game 1 win on the 22nd against Bremen before Grease had a combined no-hitter in Game 2. Tossed a scoreless outing through 4 2/3, allowed just 3 hits, 2 walks, and he struck out 6. As he will drop in ball 1 here to Alex Spezzano. 2025 grad, part of that historic run himself at Mendon High School with the Vikings. He's a commit to Clarkson University, D3 in the NCAA, home for the Golden Knights. He's a 6'2" lefty. He just cashed his 8th RBI of the season on the other side of the scorecard. Count is 3-0. He was the Class A Player of the Year this year, also the Section 5 Tournament MVP. But he'll work a 4-ball walk here to Spezzano to start it off.
Come on, Marcus.
Barberline went 7-2 in total during his senior season with Mendon High School, 1.60 ERA over 10 starts. As Marcus Roney, this one will bounce in. Peter Clark will go to his left to pick it back up. Spezzano will stay put at first. Struck out 98 batters through 57 innings of work. 178 total strikeouts from his sophomore to senior season with Mendon High School. So the count is 1-1. He'll drop in his first strike of this start. One pitch on the way. That's gonna miss for ball 2. For the 2-1 pitch, check at first on Spezzano. 2 complete games and a shutout in his senior season for Barberline. He also struck out double-digit batters in 6 different starts. As this one is going to kick away from Peter Clark. Moving up to second is Spezzano. The count is 3-1, tying run in scoring position early for Chili. Three-1 from Barberline. It's in there for strike 2. Roney thought that was ball 4. Full count offering from Barberline. He's going to throw his second walk in this first inning. And now coming to the plate is Aaron Rena. And manager Jim Capilupo will make a quick visit. Barberline walked 2 total through his 4 2/3 back on the 22nd. He had a strikeout to walk ratio of 98-21 in his senior season with Mendon.
Get him in, Aaron.
Now he's going to deal with Aaron Rena at the plate, the commit to Monroe Community College, graduate this year from Churchville Chili. They go after the first pitch and lift it to the right side and out of play. 0-1 from Barbeline is hit up the middle. And that one's going to get through, but getting the hold at third is Spizzano, and the bases are loaded as Rena has his first hit of the doubleheader. Spizzano at third, Roney at second, and Rena at first. Rena had an 11-game hitting streak snap in game 1 with an 0 for 4, but he did drive in the lone run for Chilai. And that's now going to bring up Lucas Careless. Went toe-to-toe on the mound with Jack Kelly in the first game. He'll swing at the first pitch and hit it foul. One pitch on the way. Careless will lift this one out towards center field. Trey Walker will make the catch. Spizzano thought about breaking, returns back to third. That's the first out of the inning. It's not going to bring up Jamie Derleth. He has 3 multi-hit games and 3 games played dating back to last season against Greece, as this one misses up and away for ball 1. One 0 from Barbeline will hit in there for a strike.
Pitch, Jamie.
Chile out hit Greece 5-4 in the first game. As Derleth awaits this 1-1, slaps it the other way. Coming in to score is Spizzano, and getting the wave behind him is Marcus Roney. It's 2-1 as Chile flips the script from the first game. They take the lead during the first inning.
Same thing, Josh.
Derleth now 3 for 3 in this doubleheader with 2 knocked in. As Rena moves up to third, and now coming to the plate is Josh Miner. Miner's going to show bunt. He'll pull back, take ball 1. So Barbeline, after pitching a scoreless outing in his first out of the season, already 2 runs on the board for Chili here in the first and just 1 out. Already 2 away from a 20-pitch first. Counts 2-0. Just 8 of his 19 pitches in this first have been for strikes. Two 0 from Barbeline. That's ball 3.
Make him work, Josh. Make him work.
Parker Farnham is on deck. First base is open. Barbeline will drop in strike 1. Already at the 6th spot here in the first. Three-one from Barbeline, hit the other way. Brinza makes the sliding stop. He's trying to get to first. He'll be in time, but Reno will score. It's 3-1. There's 2 outs in the first. So Josh Miner does a job as Jamie Derleth moves up to third. And now that brings up the 7th batter, Parker Farnham.
Need a hit, Parker. Not big.
First pitch on the way to Farnham. Miss for ball 1. 1-0 pitch hits a left. That's going to get through. It's 4-1 as Derleth comes in to score. A 4 spot to start game 2 for Chili.
Come on, 4.
This is Jaden Jagger at the plate. Barbilene's season high in runs allowed, earned runs allowed, was 4 during his senior season, 2 different times. Those were in both of his losses during his senior season.
Go barrel one up.
Jagger was 0 for 3 in the 9th spot during game 1. He struck out twice. 14 combined strikeouts between both starting pitchers in the first game as Jagger will chase a bad one. It's 1-2. Greece now tied for first place with Cottrell Warner after their win in game 1, their 2-1 win. So 1-2 pitch is cut on and missed. Barbilene allows 4 runs in the first. It's a 4-1 lead for Chili through 1. Welcome back for the top of the second inning. Chili leading it 4-1 after they had 3 hits off Cam Barbilene during the first inning. He also walked 2 batters. Both pitchers with 20-plus pitch first, as Alex Spizzano will start in front of Colin Forney 0-1. It'll be Forney, Brinza, and Kelly due up 6-7-8. Chili sent up 8 batters in the first inning against Barbilene. Greece with a 2-1 game 1 win. So 1-1 pitch is cut on and missed. It's 1-2. This is just the 4th time this year that Greece Post has been behind in a game. They were behind against Chili Post last year as Colin Forney strikes out for the first out of the second. They were down during Game 2 of their July 3rd doubleheader last year. They went on to win the game 10-5, but Chili put up 15 hits in that game. That is the most allowed by Grease Post last year as a pitching staff, as Nate Brinza is hit by a pitch. So now they've trailed in a game 4 different times this year. They trailed in a game just 8 different times during 2024. 5 of those during the month of July. The reigning 3-time District 7 champs. They fell short of a three-peat in the state title, or for a state title last year, I should say. They ended their season during the semifinal round against Clinton County. Jet Kelly will start the count at 0-1. The man who pitched a complete game victory in the first game for Grease. The count is 1-1. One pitch is hit over the head of Aaron Rena. So Jack Kelly gets his first AB of the day, and he gets a hit. Runners at first and second with 1 out in the inning. Kelly had multi-hit efforts in both games back on the 22nd against June. So he makes an impact on this side of the scorecard. And now the 9th spot of the order, Peter Clark, up to the plate. Clark doing the catching here in Game 2, and he's hit by a pitch, and now we're back to the top of the order. Bases are loaded with just 1 out in the seconds. So a hit by pitch, a single, and another hit by pitch. Loads him up. Brinza at third, Kelly at second, Clark at first. And that brings up Trey Walker to the plate. Trey started this game with a ground out to first. He went 0 for 2 in Game 1 with a walk. In a pitcher's duel with limited opportunities for offense that scored 20 runs combined in the doubleheader back on the 22nd of June against Bremen. Now he gets a big opportunity here with Grease down 4-1. Trey Walker will take the first pitch for a strike. Hitless in that Game 1 effort after he had multi-hit games in both appearances against Chili last summer. The count is 1-1. It was his 3rd different time being held without a hit this year. He was held without a hit just 3 different times last summer with Myers Ingram Post, District 7 All-Star, center fielder. One-two pitch on the way. It's going to get up the middle. Making the stop is Josh Miner. He tries to get it to first. Trey Walker's out at first, but Nate Brinza scores. It's 4-2. Kelly up to third. Clark up to second. They'll now bring up Wesley Stirrup. He'll take a ball down and in. One-0 pitch, cut out and missed. It's 1-1. Stirrup with a strikeout his first time up. He went 1 for 2 in the Game 1 win with a run scored. Grease didn't steal any bases in Game 1. Lucas Careless, the lefty, was on the mound. As a 2-1 pitch is sent out towards shallow left field, and the shortstop Aaron Marina will make the catch for out number 3. Grease Post, they get a run in the second, but they are down 4-2 heading in to the bottom of the second. Back here for the bottom of the second, it's now 4-2. Grease put up a run during the second. As we're at the 9th spot on the order, Quinton Whipple, after Cam Barbeline had a 28-pitch first, allowed 3 hits, 4 runs. He walked 2 batters. As no 1 pitch drops in there for strike 2.
Then you gotta add all the add-ons.
0-2 offering from Barbeline. That misses for ball 1. Matching his season high in earned runs during his senior season in just 1 inning.
Make sure other people, sometimes you forget, and then you're like, oh.
1-2 on the way to Whipple.
They're not all in any.
He'll hit it foul. Whipple did not play in Game 1. He's a 2027 grad here at Churchville Chi-Lai. Played in both games back on Wednesday against Bremen. 4th and 5th appearances of the summer season. And he's going to strike out looking after the bender from Barbeline. His second punch-outs.
I think your hairline goes a little further back. Split in the middle. My hair is back. Go out. I don't know.
Back to the top of the order for Spizzano. Drew a walk, came around to score his first time up. He'll take strike 1.
I never let the boys watch that show because I couldn't stand it.
Nobody's ever there.
It's so creepy. He was like an old man who watched rowboats. I'm going.
This one is sent out towards shallow right field, and Jack Kelly will make the catch for out number 2.
I think they're like, I won't meddle in. Every time I go over.
So Barbeline making quick work here in the second after a 28-pitch first. That now brings up Marcus Roney, part of a string of walks between him and Spizzano in the first. The 2 walks that Barbeline has given out. Count is 1-0.
No, yeah, I don't nothing like that.
2 balls, no strikes to Roney. 0 for 4 in game 1. Snapped a 4-game hitting streak for Roney at the plate. So 2-0 pitch is lifted foul. The count is 2-1. Graduated with the Saints here this year. He's a commit to Alfred State to play football with the Pioneers. Played outside linebacker and running back in his varsity career with the Saints. The count is 3-1. He went 5 for 13 over that 4-game hitting streak, but then 0 for 4 in the first game. Hit .333 last summer with Chi Post. 3-1 pitch will drop in for a strike despite it getting away from Peter Clark. Dylan Savage getting the rest here in game 2 of the doubleheader. So Clark slides into the lineup and behind the dish. Full count pitch from Barbeline. That's going to miss for ball 4 and his 3rd free pass given out. So Roney with 2 plate appearances, 2 walks here in game 2, and the inning continues on to Aaron Rena. Base hit during the first inning after his 11-game hitting streak snapped in game 1. He'll take ball 1. One-0 pitch on the way. Rena is going to send it out to left field. He's got a multi-hit game already in game 2 through 2 innings. As moving up to 3rd is Arena. Runners at the corners with 2 outs in the inning. Already his 7th multi-hit game of the summer with Chi Post. 4 of those over now the past 7 games. So Chi Post trying to follow up that 4-run first inning with now Lucas Careless at the plate. He'll take strike 1 from the breaking ball from Barbeline. Already 44 pitches in just the 2nd inning now for Barbeline. This one will bounce in. Clark will make the stop. Taking 2nd is Arena. 2 runners in scoring position. Rena has now stole his 6th base of the summer. He's 6 for 7 in that category. So 1-1 pitch is hit out towards right field. Tyler Cannon. He'll make the catch for out number 3. So Barbeline able to throw up a 0 in the 2nd inning for Chi. It's still 4-2, Chi Post in front. Welcome back for the top of the third inning. Chi Post leading at 4-2. Barbeline had an 18-pitch second after he had 28 pitches in the first, but threw up a 0 during the second inning. A 4 spot in the first for Chi. Grease has put up a run in both innings, as Tyler Cannon leads it off against Alex Pisano. The count is 2-0. Two-0 pitch on the way. This one is hit up the middle as Tyler Cannon. He's 2 for 2 in game 2. Already his 5th multi-hit game of the summer. He had them in back-to-back games back on the 22nd, including his 2 home run game against Bremen, their last time out. Grease playing their first 2 games since then. This here is Cam Barbeline at the plate. Barbeline has driven in 3 of the 4 runs combined in this doubleheader for Grease Post. Trey Walker has the other ribby. Spizzano will check at first. Cannon, he's back in. 0-1 from Spizzano. Misses for ball 1. 1-1 pitch on the way. That's going to miss for a ball. Tyler Cannon on the move this second, and he's thrown out from Parker Farnham behind the plates. There's 1 out in the 3rd. So Spizzano back to the windup. It's a 2-1 count. As he's going to hit this one down the line. That's fair for another Cam Barbeline hits. As he is going to stroll into second with a 1-out double. Both Cannon and Barbeline now with 2 hits, but unfortunately Cannon now off the bases after thrown out trying to steal. So that's going to bring up Mason Davey.
I know, you either freeze it up or you sweat it up. There's no in between.
That's going to do it for Alex Spizzano as we get a pitching change here in the 3rd. Welcome back after the pitching change to Alex Spezzano. AJ Soretto is now in on the mound. 2025 grad here at Churchville Chi-Li. He's a commit to Utica University as Mason Davey will go after the first offering and send it out to left center. That's going to split the gap. Cam Barbeline will get the wave to the plate. He'll score from second as Davey trades places with him. It's 4-3. Grease Post with a run now in every inning. In game 2, they're down by just 1 run. And coming up to the plate is Colin Forney.
Go, AJ.
Soretto pitched against Grease Post last summer in game 2 in that 10-5 loss. He went 2 2/3, allowed 4 hits, 6 earned runs. He also walked 6. As Colin Forney goes after the first offering, Marcus Roney shuffling a throw to first for the second out. Davey now with a hit in both games in this doubleheader. First pitch here to Nate Brinza. It's going to get away from Parker Farnham. Davey will move up to third. The count is 1-0. It's now the 9th RBI of the season for Davey. 2025 Class AAA selection this year for Rush Henrietta. He had just 2 offensive appearances for Grease Post last summer. As a 1-0 pitch will hit in there for strike 1 to Nate Brinza. Brinza was hit by a pitch. His first time up. So 1-1 pitch is sent out towards right field for Quinton Whipple. He's got it for out number 3. Grease Post with another run in the 3rd. They are down by 1, 4-3. Mason Davey drives in Barbeline.
That's going, boys.
Welcome back for the bottom of the 3rd inning. Grease Post with a run in each of the 3 innings. They are down 4-3. Chi-Li Post had a 4-run first. It'll be 5, 6, 7 due up here against Cam Barbeline. He had an 18-pitch second after his 28-pitch first. And Jamie Derleth is a perfect 3 for 3 in the doubleheader. He'll follow it to the backstop for strike 1. He's 7 for 11 against Grease Post dating back to last season. Commit to Alfred State, D3 in the NCAA. Home for the Pioneers. So no 1 pitch backs him off the plate for ball 1. These are his first 2 games played in the month of July for Chi-Li Post. Chi-Li missing one of their biggest bats in the lineup, Bobby Rule, not in attendance for Chi-Li Post. The count moves to 1-2. But they out-hit Grease 5-4 in game 1. They're being out-hit 6-4 here in game 2. The 1-2 pitch is sit on the ground for Colin Forney. A throw to first. And Derleth is finally out for the first time in the doubleheader for out number 1. Here is Josh Miner. Barberline will drop in strike 1. Count moves quickly to 0-2. O2 offering on the way. That'll miss for a waste for ball 1. Once you pitch on the way, it's hit the other way as Josh Miner will collect a 1-out hit. So we're at the 7th spot on the order for Parker Farnham. He'll take ball 1. Farnham with a base hit RBI, his first time up. One pitch misses down and away for ball 2. Three balls and a strike. There's a 3-1 from Barberline. He falls on the mound and he gives out a walk, a 2-out walk to continue the bottom of the 3rd. Barberline has now walked 4 batters in the start. His season high in walks during his senior season was 4 walks, just one time. That was during May against Canandaigua. Walked 3+ batters in 4 different starts during his senior season as a Viking. Count is 0-1 here. It's AJ Soretto. AJ Soretto working in relief of Spizzano on the mound. Spizzano went 2 1/3, allowed 5 hits, 3 earned runs. He struck out 2. Soretto needed 5 pitches to get out of the 2nd inning. Count is 1-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Soretto. Soretto with a hit in all 6 offensive appearances this summer. He didn't appear in Game 1 against Greece. 2-1 win for Greece Post in Game 1 today. He was 3 for 7 in the doubleheader back on Wednesday against Bremen as he stays alive and fouls this one off. Also hit a double for his first extra base hit of the summer. It's a Utica University commit. Two on the way to Soretto. It's hit up the middle for Colden Forney. He'll get it to first for out number 3. Charlie Post still in front 4-3 as we head into the 4th inning. Back here for the top of the fourth. Grease Post with a run in each of the 3 innings. They are down 4-3. Chi Post with 4 runs during the first inning as Jack Kelly leads it off and takes a strike from A.J. Soretto. Soretto picked up the final 2 outs of the 3rd inning in relief of Alex Pisano. It'll be Kelly, Clark, and then Walker due up in the inning. Count is 1-1. Kelly with a base hit his first time up here in the doubleheader. Complete game win on the mound during game 1. And that pitcher's duel with Lucas Careless, it was a 2-1 win for Grease Post. All 3 of those runs were scored during the first inning. A lot more scoring here in game 2 of this doubleheader. Between the 3rd place team Chi Post. We're now 2nd place with Grease tied for 1st with Cottrell.
Lose them. No, I never do that.
3-1 pitch on the way will miss for ball 4 to Kelly. So he'll reach base to start the top of the 4th. That's just the 2nd walk of the doubleheader given out by the pitching staff from Chi Post, but the only reliever used in the game was Soretto on the mound. Or should I say the 4th walk given out? Careless had 3 walks in the first game, but Grease had just 1 from Kelly during game 1, but they've walked 4 on the other side. Count moves to 1-1. That's Peter Clark at the plate. Jake Higgins was the courtesy runner for Clark his last time on base after he was hit by a pitch. Once you pitch on the way, Clark will foul it back. He'll stay alive. Clark, 2025 grad at Leroy High School. He's committed to Genesee Community College, the 6-foot catcher. As this one is going to get away from Parker Farnham. Moving up to 2nd is Kelly. Clark picked up his first 2 hits of the season in the doubleheader sweep over Bremen back on June 22nd. Didn't play in game 1 today. Working behind the plate for Dylan Savage here in game 2. As this one's going to miss up top for ball 4 to Peter Clark. Or instead that was ball 3. He thought that was ball 4. So the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Jack Kelly in scoring position at 2nd, the tying run, with Chi Post leading at 4-3. Now Peter Clark draws the walk, and runners aboard at 1st and 2nd for the top of the order for Trey Walker. Walker with an RBI ground out his last time up. He is 0 for 4 in this doubleheader, but he did reach by walk during game 1. The Ithaca College Bomber. Graduated from Aquinas Institute last year. As he's going to lay down a bunt, A.J. Soretto will make the catch, and breaking from first was Clark, so he is doubled up. 2 outs in the 4th. So Jack Kelly, the lone man aboard at 2nd. He's still the tying run. And Wesley Stirrup is coming to the plate. Some base running issues between both teams in this doubleheader. We've seen them run themselves into outs multiple times. Stirrup will go after the first pitch and send this one out towards right field, and making the catch is Quinton Whipple for out number 3. Grease Post down 4-3. Welcome back for the top of the 4th inning. Chi-Lai leading it 4-3. They had 4 runs during the first inning. No scoring in the top half of this inning from Grease. They put up a run in each of the first 3 innings as Quinton Whipple at the ninth spot takes ball 1. Barbeline, 4 hits allowed, 4 earned runs, and he's given out 4 walks in this start. His count is 2-0. This is a guy that went 4-0 during the postseason run for Mendon High School as they took home their first state title ever. He allowed just 3 earned runs over those 4 starts through 27 2/3 of an inning. He struck out 47 total batters. The count is a 2-2. But a 4 spot in the first, and he's just 1 pitch away from 70. But he's trying to settle in. Whipple struck out his first time up, one of the 2 strikeouts that Barbeline has. He had a scoreless outing in his first start, back on the 22nd in game 1 of that doubleheader against Bremen. Last time out for Grease. It's a 2-2 pitch. Hits the first baseman, Nate Brinza. Barbeline won't get over there, but Brinza able to touch first for out number 1. But we're now back to the top of the order for Alex Pisano. He started on the mound. AJ Soretto has now worked through the last 1 2/3. Count is 0-1. 2-2 on the way from Barbeline, and Spizzano strikes out looking for out number 2 in the bottom of the 4th. Strikeout number 3 for Barbeline. He's at 76 pitches. And here's Marcus Roney at the plate. He has drew 2 of the 4 walks that Barbeline has given out. One-0 pitch will bounce in there for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike for Roney. Didn't reach base in game 1. Count is 3-1. Roney was a first-team All-County selection for the Saints this year, and he's going to draw his 3rd walk of the game. Roney only walked 1 time this season, entering the doubleheader. He drew 2 walks in 14 games last summer. So the inning continues for Aaron Rena. He is 2 for 2 in this game after he went 0 for 4 with an RBI in game 1. He drove in the lone run in that 2-1 loss.
I got stuff for it at home.
Roney dancing over at first. Barbeline will stare him down.
Oh.
And we'll get time at the plate from Rena. Rena was the Monroe County Division II Player of the Year for Churchville this year as he hits this one up the middle. Colden Forney will touch second for out number 3. Charlie Post still in front 4-3. Back for the top of the 5th. Grease Post trailing it 4-3. No runs during the 4th, a run each during the first 3 innings. Chili with 4 runs during the first inning. They have 3, 4, 5 due up here for Grease Post against AJ Soretto as Tyler Cannon takes ball 1. Both Cannon and Barbeline in the 3 and 4 spots are both 2 for 2 in this game. As a 1-0 pitch is Cut on and missed. It's 1-1 after a big swing from Cannon. Cannon now with 5 multi-hit games this season. Has a hit in all 9 appearances. Counts 1-2. He entered this doubleheader 6 for 8 with 3 runs scored and 2 RBIs against Chi Post last year. He's had multiple hits now in 4 of his 5 games against Chi Post between both seasons. As he goes down swinging for out number 1.
I know, right?
Guy that doesn't strike out very often. He only struck out 4 times in 71 plate appearances during his senior season, but AJ Soretto, he sets him down. So that now brings up Cam Barbuline. Barbuline with a double and a base hit in this game. So that it's in there for strike 1. One pitch on the way to Cam Barbuline. He'll hit it on the ground for Jamie Derleth, who will touch first. 2 quick outs here. 2 big outs here in the 5th from the 3 and 4 spot in the order for Greece. So that now brings up Mason Davey. He provided the last run on the board for Greece. He had an RBI double back in the 3rd. Davey goes after the first pitch, hits it down the right field line. And that one's going to get in front of Quinton Whipple. He'll get it in with Mason Davey collecting his 2nd hit. And a 2-out single.
Go to Timmy's.
2nd time with multiple hits for Davey. His other one was back on June 12th against Eli Fagan with 3 hits in that game. He was 3 of the 6 hits in that win. As this is Colden Forney at the plate. He takes ball 1. 1-0 pitch is popped out towards the line to right. And this one is going to get down, as Greece Post will tie the game, as coming in to score is Mason Davey. Colden Forney with an RBI triple. So Forney now has his first hit of the doubleheader, appearing in his 3rd game of the summer with Greece. That's his first run knocked in. 2 outs in the 5th. Here is Nate Brinza. So bounce in, making the stop as Parker Farnham. We're all knotted up now at 4. Greece Post had a 2-1 Game 1 win. Extended their winning streak to 5 now in the season. Chi had an 8-game winning streak snap. Counts 2-0. Brinza, another guy looking for his first hit of the doubleheader. Count is 3-0. Jack Kelly, the man on deck, he's 1 for 1. He's also drew a walk. But Soretto looking to deal with Brinza instead of with 2 outs in the inning. So drop in strike 1. (3-1) drops in there for strike 2 from 3-0 to 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Colden Forney, he's at third. Go-ahead run. It's a 4-4 game. Full count pitch is sit at the third baseman, Marcus Ronia, lasered over to first. That's out number 3, but Grease Post ties the game with a Colden Forney RBI triple. It's 4-4. Tied game in the bottom of the 5th, 4-4. Chile with no scoring since they put up 4 in the first. Colden Forney with an RBI triple in the top half of this inning to tie the game. It is 4-5-6 due up for Chile against Barbeline. One-0 pitch from Barbeline misses down low for ball 2. 18 plus pitches in every inning for Barbeline, including that 28 pitch first. He's walked 5 batters in this game. Season high in walks during his senior season was 4.
When are you going to the supply?
He's allowed 4 hits, but just 1 hit since the first inning. There's been only 1 reliever used in this game, and that's on the side of Chili Post. Count is 3-1. Careless got the start on the mound for Chili in game 1. Went 6 innings, struck out 8 batters in the loss in the duel with Jack Kelly. It was a 2-1 win for Grease, and Careless will start the bottom of the 5th with a walk. Now the 6th walk given out by Barbeline. That now brings up Jamie Derleth. Grease Post got him out for the first time his last time up. He is 7 for 12 over the past 2 seasons against Grease. One-0 pitch on the way. Derleth will loft this one out towards right center field, and making the catch is Tyler Cannon for the first outs. So 90 pitches for Barbeline. You wonder how much longer manager Jim Capilupo will leave him out there with the game tied at 4. But like we said, just 1 hit allowed since 3 hits by Chili Post in that 4-run first inning. Sminer will try to lay down a bunt. He'll be at foul.
Josh.
Nothing in 2 to Minor. He's 0 for 2 in this game, but he drove in a run during that first inning. He's 0 for 4 in the doubleheader, but he did walk during the first game. This one bounces in, making the stop is Clark. Count is 1 and 2. 1-2 pitch will be hit and run. Works to perfection there for Minor. Is moving up to third. Is Derleth.
Hey, Josh.
Or excuse me, that is Lucas Careless that move up to third. But nonetheless, the go-ahead run is standing at third. Careless at third, Minor at first. Manager Jim Capilupo will stay with Barberline at 94 pitches, with the 7th spot coming up to the plate, Parker Farnham. Farnham is one of the 5 hits for Chili. He's also drew a walk against Barberline. Count will start at 1-0. Pitch from Barberline is popped behind the backstop. Peter Clark will chase it down. But he'll get out of play. Lucas Careless is the go-ahead run at third. Josh Minor, he's over at first. It's a 4-4 ball game here in the bottom of the 5th. Grease Post with a 2-1 win in game 1. They're 8-1 on the season. 5 straight games with a win. Count is 1 and 2. One-two pitch to Farnham. He'll see another. Taps it foul down the third base line.
Somebody get that.
One-two pitch is sent out to right center field. That's going to get down, and Chili Post takes the lead as Parker Farnham cashes Careless. Their first run since they put up 4 in the first inning. Grease Post just tied it in the top half of this inning. Now it's first and second for A.J. Soretto. 8th spot on the order. Fouls it back for strike 1. Minor's up to second, and Farnham at first. That was the 100th pitch from Barberline. He's still in the game. So this one is sent out towards right field. Tyler Cannon, he's got it. Minor will stay put at second. That's out number 2. First pitch to Quinton Whipple in the 9 spot. This is up and in for ball 1. Whipple's 0 for 2. He struck out. One of the 3 from Barbeline. 57 of the 102 pitches have been for strikes in this start. And that one's going to be a hit by pitch, and the bases are juiced for Jai Post. Back to the top of the order now for Alex Pisano. So Josh Minor's at third, Parker Farnham's at second, Quinton Whipple at first. Alex Pisano will go up and get the first pitch and loft it out towards right center field. And making the catch is Jack Kelly for out number 3. Charlie Post back in front. They take the lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Back here for the top of the 6th, Grease Post back down 5-4. They tied it during the top of the 5th, but then Parker Farnham gave them the lead. As AJ Soretto is back out to work, working in relief of Alex Pisano in his start. It's 8-9, and then top for Grease Post is Jack Kelly. Moves the count to 1-1. One pitch hits in there for strike 2. Charlie with 5 runs on 6 hits. Grease Post with 4 runs on 8 hits. They put up a run in 4 of the 5 innings in this game. As Kelly pops this one to the right side in foul ground. Jamie Derleth, he's got it for the first out. And it looks like Dylan Savage is going to pinch hit for Peter Clark in the 9th spot of the order. And he'll take over behind the plate. Savage 0 for 2 in game 1 with 2 punch outs. Not as many ABs for either side compared to this game to last game. After a pitcher's duel between Lucas Careless and Jack Kelly in game 1. Grease Post is working through the order for the 3rd time. Here in the 6th. Count is 3-0 to Savage. Savage will duck out of the way and take a 4-pitch walk right off the bench. And we're back to the top of the order for Trey Walker. Walker hitless in this doubleheader, 0 for 5. He has an RBI ground out here in game 2. He did draw a walk in game 1. We'll get a pitching change here in the 6th to AJ Soretto. Josh Miner will now take over on the mound as Trey Walker will take a strike. .2026 grad here at Churchville Chi-Li, pitching for AJ Soretto, second reliever used here in game 2 as Trey Walker will send this one out towards center field for Lucas Careless. He's got it. There's 2 outs in the 6th. Dylan Savage is the man aboard over at first. We're at the 2 spot in the order for Wesley Stirrup. Grease Post tied the game at 4 in the 5th, and then Chi-Li Post took the lead right back off of Parker Farnham base hit RBI. Colvin Forney originally tied the game. It looks like Jake Higgins is going to do the running here for Savage over at first.
I would think like Pittsburgh, Airport, but
Stirrup hits this one down the third baseline and foul. Stirrup 1 for 5 in the doubleheader. He scored a run in their 2-1 win during the first game. Counts 1-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Here in this 5-4 Chi-Li Post lead. Their run in the 5th was their first since they put up 4 during inning number 1 against Cam Barbuline. Counts 3-1. Full count. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Jake Higgins will be on the move from first. The tying run is in motion. Grease Post with 4 outs to work with, down by a run. And Wesley Stirrup will draw a walk and put the tying run in scoring position. They're bringing up the right man to the plate, Tyler Cannon. He's 2 for 3, struck out his last time up. 3, 4, 5 in the order for Grease, all with 2 hits. That's Cannon, Barbuline, and Davey. As this one is going to get away from Farnham, and moving up to third is Jake Higgins. Behind him is Stirrup at second. So the tying and go-ahead run in scoring position for Tyler Cannon. District 7 batting champ in 2024 with the Irondequoit Post. He's a commit to Monroe Community College. He's been on a tear this summer with Grease. So 1-0 pitch will drop in there for strike 1. So 1-1 pitch is stopped by Farnham behind the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Cannon with 3 total hits in this doubleheader after he had 5 back in the Bremen doubleheader on the 22nd of June, including 2 home runs in that game. The 2-1 pitch is hit down the left field line and foul. Tyler Cannon will hit this one out towards shallow center field. And that's going to be out number 3. So Josh Miner works out of trouble. It's a 5-4 lead. Chi Post still in front. Welcome back for the bottom of the sixth. Marcus Droney tries to lay down a bunt with Mason Davey now on the mound, so he moves from third to the mound. Nate Brinza plays third base. He moves from first to third, and Cam Barberline stays in to play first base. They'll be due up first in the seventh inning, but Chi Post looking for some insurance ahead of that inning. So the count is 0-2. Mason Davey, second-year returner here for Greece, to commit to Genesee Community College. Just graduated with Rush Henrietta. Counts 1-2. He's making his third appearance of the summer. He started game 2 of the June 22nd no-hitter against Bremen, the combined no-hitter. Davey Bunnell and Quinton Grimes. Nolan Bunnell also there to pitch in that combined no-hitter.
Literally.
1-2 from Davey. Roney will see another. Davey struck out 2 and walked 2 in that combined no-hitter back on the 22nd. His other appearance was back on June 8th in the opening day doubleheader against Irondequoit Post. Trying to keep this deficit at 1. So 1-2 pitch gets Roney down swinging for out number 1.
Go, bud.
Rena swings at the first pitch, hits it out of play. Rena back at shortstop this game. He played third base in game 1. He's 2 for 3 with a run scored. Back in the hit column after being held hitless for the first time this season in game 1. Also snapped his 8-game run scored streak. He's only been held without a run, scored in 2 games this year. He scored 1 in this game. As he hits this one out to left, that's going to get down in front of Stirrup. And Aaron Rena has a 3-hit game. It's his third 3-hit game. Or never mind, he was caught in left by Stirrup. So that brings up Lucas Careless. He'll take a strike.
Go, Luke. So hard. And then be like,
yeah. 0-2 from Davey, bounces in for ball 1.
Luke.
go, Luke. That's why I directed it that way. Mostly so, you know.
1-2 from Davey. Misses on the outside corner for ball 2.
Luke.
2-2 pitch will get strike three swinging out of Careless, and Davey will keep this a 1-run deficit, 3 outs to work with in the 7th for Grease Post. Back here for the top of the 7th, Grease Post with 3 outs to work with. They are trailing at 5-4 as Josh Miner looks to shut the door, but he deals with 4-5-6. Cam Barbeline leads it off. Miner making his 2nd appearance of the summer as Barbeline sends this one down the left field line. That's going to get foul. Barbeline, Davey, and Forney due up in this inning. Barbiline's 2 for 3 in game 2 with an RBI and run scored. One of those hits for a double. Grease Post tied the game back in the 5th, but Parker Farnham put Charlie Post back in front. So no 1 pitch is sent down the left field line. In pursuit is Jagger. That's going to get down Cam Barbeline with extra bases yet again. He is moving for 3rd, and he's going to be in there with a stand-up triple. A tying run is at 3rd for Grease. Second triple of the game. Both the Mendon guys have those triples, Forney and Barbeline. 5 total extra base hits in this game for Grease. And that's now going to bring up Mason Davey. He's also got a multi-hit effort with a run batted in and a run scored. As he hits this one out towards center field. And tagging from 3rd is Cam Barbeline. He'll come in to score. It's 5-5. So Mason Davey does a job. He flies out to Careless in center. So there's 1 out in the 7th, and we're tied at 5. One ball, 1 strike to Forney. Grease Post lost just 1 regular season game last year. They've lost 1 this year against James Cook back on June 15th. Count is 2-2.
Line drive, buddy. Let's start her again.
So it looks like Forney is down swinging after the appeal down to first, so there's 2 outs in the 7th. 7 of the 9 hits for Grease Post in this game have come from the 3 to 5 spots in the order. The rest of the order was just 2 hits from Forney and Kelly. But Nate Brinza, he's 0 for 2. He has a run scored. He's been hit by a pitch in this game. And he swings through strike 1 for Minor. 0-1 pitch is sent out to left center. That's going to get down for Careless, and Nate Brinza is aboard at the go-ahead run with 2 outs in the 7th. Grease Post now with 10 hits in this game, their 5th double-digit hit game of the season. They had 11 hits in both games back on June 22nd in the doubleheader against Bremen. Playing their first 2 games since then, as Jack Kelly watches one bounce in for ball 1. One 0 pitch is slapped to the right side and foul. One pitch will hit for a strike. On the way to second is Brinza. He's in there safely. Counts 1-1, and the go-ahead run is in scoring position for Jack Kelly, who got the complete game win on the mound in game 1. And I'll look to put him in front here in the 7th. One-two pitch from Minor misses inside for ball 2. Two on the way, and that's going to hit off of Jack Kelly for a foul ball. So Kelly will dig back in this 2-2 count. Nate Brinza in scoring position at second. And Kelly will stay alive with another, and he'll foul it down the third base line. Full count to Kelly. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Mason Davies already tied this game with a sac fly. And Kelly will keep the inning going with a walk, as Dylan Savage in the 9th spot comes to the plate. Dylan Savage walked on 4 pitches in his first plate appearance in this game. He is working in for Peter Clark. He'll start behind 0-1 after a swing and a miss. 0-1 pitch is sent out towards deep left center field. And this one's going to be caught by Lucas Careless. Dylan Savage got a piece of it. And the game will stay tied at 5-5 heading into the bottom of the 7th for Chi-Lai Post. Back here for the bottom of the 7th, we are tied at 5 runs after the guy on the mound, Mason Davey, tied the game with a sac fly in the top of this inning. And he drops in strike 1 to Jamie Derleth. Count is 1-1. It'll be 5-6-7 for Chi-Lai Post. Trying to get back in the win column after an 8-game winning streak snapped in Game 1, a 2-1 win for Grease Post in this doubleheader. Continued their winning streak to 5. They need a win in this game to move back into first place. They got 2 games on tap. Tomorrow at Grease Athena against Rayson Miller. It's a busy week ahead for Grease Post. They've been off since June 22nd. Derleth will send this one down the right field line. And making the catch is Tyler Cannon for the first out. One-0 pitch to Minor, misses up top for ball 2. Davey, the first reliever used in the doubleheader for Grease Post. Jack Kelly had a complete game win in Game 1. Barbeline worked through 5 innings here in Game 2. Count is 2-1. Barbeline went 5 innings, 5 earned runs on 6 hits. He struck out 3, but he walked 6 batters. Two balls, 2 strikes to Minor. Parker Farnham is on deck. He gave Chi-Lai the lead originally back in the 5th until Grease tied it in the 7th. 2-2 from Davy, misses on the outside corner for ball 3. Payoff from Davy, hits in there for strike 3, his 3rd punch out. So 3 strikeouts through 1 2/3 out of the pen for Cam Barbeline. So they'll get 2 outs and the bases cleared for Parker Farnham. Farnham 2 for 2 after going 0 for 3 in game 1. He has his 3rd multi-hit game of the season. He had one in game 2 on Wednesday against Bremen. He has 2 different multi-hit games against Grease Post dating back to last season in game 2. Back on July 3rd of 2024. Three balls, no strikes to Farnham. Three 1 pitch from Davy, misses for ball 4. So Grease has now given out 7 free passes in this game.
Let's go, AJ. Come on, AJ.
As AJ Soretto comes to the plate. First pitch swinging from Soretto off the hands. Colton Forney. A throw on the run to first. That's out number 3. So going to extras here in game 2 of the doubleheader. We're tied at 5 runs apiece. Welcome back for the top of the 8th inning into extras, tied at 5 as Jamie Derleth checks in on the mound and he faces off at the top of the order. Trey Walker leads it off. So Walker hits this one on the ground for the first baseman for out number 1. That is AJ Soretto over at first. He'll touch first after Jamie Derleth moved from first base to the mound. Josh Miner, he plays second now, and Alex Pisano moves to third.
Go, Jamie.
So that brings up Wesley Stirrup to the plate. Count is 1-0. Has a high bounce to the shortstop. Arena tries to get to first, but no chance for Stirrup. And the go-ahead run is aboard here in the top of the 8th. So Grease Post getting the part of the order that has done damage here in Game 2. 7 of the 11 hits from 3 through 5 in the order for Grease Post. Mason Davey tied the game back in the top of the 7th. Charlie Post took the lead back during the 5th. It's been a back and forth game 2. After a pitcher's duel in game 1, it was a 2-1 game 1 win for Grease. Snapped an 8-game winning streak from Chili. Continued Grease's winning streak to 5 on the season. So 1-1 pitch is sent out towards deep center field. Careless, he's got it for the second out, and Stirrup's back to first.
Go, Jamie.
So here is Cam Barbeline at the plate. 3 for 4 in this game, an RBI and 2 runs scored. 2 of those hits, 1 for a triple, 1 for a double. 11 of his 14 games with a hit in his senior season as a Viking were for multiple hits. Stirrup was on the move for second, but that's popped out of play. He had 5 different 3-hit games in his senior season with Mendon High School. Go, 1-1 from Derleth, up and in for ball 2. Thomas outside, Wesley Stirrup on the way to second. Try to go with a swim move in, and he's caught stealing for the first time this season, and that's out number 3 as Parker Farnham throws him out. So we move to the bottom of the 8th inning here in extras, tied at 5. back for the bottom of the 8th inning. It's a 5-5 tie here in extras, as Quinton Whipple leads it off against Mason Davey, back out for his 3rd inning of relief with now 34 pitches, 3 punch-outs in this relief appearance, matching his season high from a year ago in his first 3 appearances with Grease Post. This one is popped into foul ground for Nate Brinza. He'll make the catch for 1 out. So now we're back to the top of the order for Alex Spizzano. Count is 0-1 to Spizzano. Nothing in 2. Spizzano, he's 0 for 3. He has scored a run in this game. Reached base by a walk. As this one is the other way for Jack Kelly. 2 down. It's now going to bring up Marcus Roney, who has walked in 3 plate appearances in this game. He takes ball 1. His first team All-County selection for the Saints baseball team this year. He's a commit to Alfred State. He's going to play football there with the Pioneers. He's one of 4 at Churchville who made first team All-County in baseball. He had just 1 walk entering this doubleheader on the season, but now 3 here in game 2. Count is 1-2. It's 3 walks in this game after having 3 total walks between both seasons with Chili Post. As a 1-2 pitch is lifted out towards center field for Trey Walker. We'll head into the top of the 9th inning, tied at 5. Welcome back for the top of the 9th inning, tied at 5 runs. Cam Barbeline was up there last inning, but Wesley Stirrup was thrown out for the first time this season, trying to steal second.
Those need to be done. It has to be the win, but
Parker Farnham has thrown out 2 Grease Post runners in this game, trying to steal. So no one from Jamie Derleth will find its way to the backstop. Barbeline with 3 hits in this game, a double and a triple. for 2 of those 3. 5 total extra base hits from Grease Post in this game. They have 11 total hits as a team. And Barbie Lean will hit this one out to left field. Making the catch is Jaden Jagger. So that now brings up Mason Davey. He tied the game back in the 7th for Grease. So 1-0 pitch is hit to right center. Mason Davey with another hit, his 3rd hit of the game. Both him and Barbie Lee now with 3 hits in game 2. And the go-ahead run is aboard for Colden Forney. Forney's 1 for 4. He has an RBI triple in this game. That was back during
Go get a ground ball. Turn it.
the 3rd inning. Or excuse me, the 5th inning.
Shoot him, Parker. No, not at all.
Ball 1 from Derleth. One-0 pitch hit on the ground for Minor. He'll flip it to second for 1. Reno will get it to first. That's a double play.
Let's go.
And that's going to end the 9th inning. So we'll head to the bottom of the 9th here in extras, tied at 5.
Let's finish it, boys.
Do we have another player?
Come on, Aaron.
Here for the bottom of the 9th inning in extras. It's a 5-5 tie.
Where's he work? Oh, so you can't move. Oh, buddy.
No scoring since Grease tied it in the top of the 7th, but Shiloh Post looking to walk it off. They have a good part of the order coming up, 3-4-5. Rena is 2 for 4. He's going to lay down a bunt. Nate Brinza tried to barehand it, but couldn't. Now Aaron Rena has his 3rd hit of the game.
Here you go, one.
And he is the winning run on base for Chilai.
Oh. Was he already in and out?
So that is now his 3rd 3-hit game of the season.
Where do all of our players go? Like, why do we not have more players?
All 3 of those games have been this month. The other 2 were against Rayson Miller back on July 1st. He had an 11-game hitting streak snap in game 1, but picks himself up here in game 2.
Let's go, Luke. Come on, kid. Come on, Lucas. Let's go. Come on.
Careless going to lay down a bunt. They're going to test Davey yet again. Won't have to bear it this time around, so he'll get a glove on it and get it to first for the first out.
Right here. This is it. Let's go, 15.
So now the winning run is in scoring position for Chili. Trying to get back in the win column after their 8-game winning streak
Good
snapped
job, Lucas.
in their 2-1 game 1 loss. That brings up Jamie Derleth. And they're going to choose to intentionally walk Jamie Derleth. Grease Post has got him out his last 3 times up,
So it makes it like.
but he has 7 total hits
What?
against Grease Post dating back to last season.
It could either.
So instead, Grease Post will choose to deal with Josh Miner.
Go, Josh. Come on, kid.
Yeah, never mind. That's still really hot.
Go, Josh.
But that now puts 4 outs
Go, Josh.
with runners at first and second. As Aaron Rena's on the way to third. That's going to hit off Nate Brinza. Moving behind him is Derleth, but that run doesn't matter. So the winning run is 90 feet away with Rena at third.
Go, Miner.
Josh Miner trying to come through, and now they'll walk him.
Hey, make
put
it hurt,
forces
Parker,
everywhere.
Make it hurt.
So instead, they'll deal with Parker Farnham, who originally gave Chili Post the lead back in the 5th inning, until the game was tied by Mason Davey with a sac fly in the 7th.
Hit something hard, Parker. Let's go. Let's go, Coach.
Arena the winning run at third, Farnham at the plate with 1 out in the 9th. Farnham goes after the first pitch, hits it foul to the right side.
Go, bud. Go, Coach.
Chili trying to hand Grease Post their 2nd regular season loss here in 2025. They lost just 1 regular season game in 2024.
Yeah, playing shallow now.
0-1 pitch will bounce in. Dylan Savage makes the stop. Count is 1-1.
No, I mean, we play every day for the rest of the month, but I just like strained my hamstring, so I'm out for a while. Yeah. So I've been deciding to be a good brother and support.
Davies 1-1. Dylan Savage makes another stop. It's 2-1.
Here we go, Coach.
He'll go talk things over with Davey on the mound.
Go, Parker. Let's go. Go, Parker. Come on, kid. Do a job right here.
Oh, you don't like that, right?
2-1 pitch comes home. Dylan Savage going to have to make another stop. It's 3-1 and nowhere to put Farnham. Arena the winning run at third. 3-1 pitch is fouled to the backstop. The count is full.
Win it, Park. Here we go. Let's go, Coach.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes, just 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. Chili can look to win it. Jamie Derleth, he's at second. Josh Miner's over at first. But like we said, the run that matters is the one at third with Arena. 3-2 pitch, pop to the backstop again.
Both of us.
If she's a ball man, it's not
yeah.
she's back here. Everything starts flying back here.
Here you go, Coach. Go, Willie, Coach.
Really cold. I haven't heard that one forever.
What is it?
Parker Farnham will lift one behind the backstop and out of play.
Yep.
3-2, Farnham will foul it off again.
Way to fight.
It's the 4th straight foul off from Farnham.
Come on, Coach.
Like, you should lean back and ball's gonna
This will be the 9th pitch of the AB on the way from Davey.
What, you just wanted to
Another 3-2, and it's fouled off again.
security up top.
Yeah, Parker. Keep it up. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, Coach.
Pitch number 10 awaits here for Farnham. It's 6 straight foul offs.
Way to fight.
Farnham trying to deliver on the 11th pitch of the AB.
No,
As
that's
Parker
not-
Farnham will draw the walk, and that is the ball game. Chili Post will win it off a walk, and Parker Farnham delivers for Chili Post. So after they snap an 8-game winning streak in game 1, they get back in the win column, and Grease Post loses their 2nd game of the season. They had just 1 regular season loss in 2024. It was a race to the end of game 1. It was a 2-1 win for Grease Post in game 1, and now a 6-5 win for Chili Post in game 2. But that's going to do it here for the broadcast on the GP Legion Baseball Network. Grease back in action tomorrow with 2 games at Grease Athena, 10 and 12. But that's going to do it here as I'm Stephen Bell thanking you for tuning in.